Welcome, everybody, inside the historic Olin Graham Fieldhouse. We have more Eagle volleyball coming at you tonight. A rainy evening, perfect night to hang out with us here on Sequoyah Athletics TV as the Oologah Mustangs travel across Highway 88 to Sequoyah tonight. The Mustangs, of course, a 4A team. They're ranked number 7 according to the OSSAA. They're 21-10 on the year. Sequoyah still trying to figure some things out. 10-12 on the year. And they have lost to Oologah in a tournament already this year. They lost both sets in a 2-set match. But both sets were 25-23, so really, really close. And that was all the way back on August 22nd. My name is Britton Ross. Alongside me, my partner, is always Dakota Jackson. We're happy to be with you tonight.
Yes, we are. Like you said, it's a rainy day, so perfect time to be inside for some volleyball action.
The starters for Sequoyah: Emin Gibson, Haley Budgick, Alice Michaels, Lexi Dunphy, Avery Conger back from an injury, and Bella Brown. And for the Mustangs of Oologah, Alexis Nolte, Natalie Maguette, Isabella De La Torre, Haley Barron, Shady Stewart, and Emily Witten. Eagles serve first and get the first point of the night.
A quick start. Oologah didn't even really have a chance to return that one.
Alice Michaels serving. And then Gibson digs it out. Here's Conger getting it back over. Michaels setting for Conger. Budgick over to Conger, just a quick tip pass received by Emily Witten. A long volley early. Here's Emin Gibson. And can't be corralled by De La Torre.
This is a great start for the Lady Eagles. Up 2 points early. Let's keep this rally going.
Michael serves again. Here's Emin Gibson with an easy touch pass, but not getting it over.
Yeah, you saw that one. That just came off her hand wrong.
Bella Brown receives the serve. Emin Gibson with a free ball over. That one under the net. Mustangs can't save it.
Yeah, good job to get that spike. Not let it hit the ground. And to get it just over the net for a bad angle for Oologah. Unable to save it.
Hayden Charles serving, digs it out. Skied from Emin Gibson. Now Michael serving for Gibson. Received from Witten. Here's Bradshaw. Chloe Bradshaw into the game for the Mustangs. And that's a block from Emin Gibson.
Eagles have some good momentums to start out this game.
Hayden Charles with the dig. Here's Emin Gibson, blocked by Alexis Nolte. Stewart setting. That was Haley Barron. Mustangs get the point. And Nolte takes a seat. And Sophie Jensen comes in, and she will serve for Oologah. Jensen, just a freshman. And that one is in for an ace. Right in that back corner.
That's a terrific job making it look like it's going to go out, and it just dies right inside the line.
She'll serve again. That one received from Budgick. Michaels sets and can't get over. Hit off the side of the hand by Lexi Dunphy.
So that quick start negated Eagles making some mistakes early.
Gibson over to Dunphy with the kill. A good way to battle back after giving up 3 straight points.
For sure. And what we saw against Verdigris last time we were here, they got off to a really good start in that first set, but it was a lot of Verdigris mistakes. So what you want to see is Sequoyah take advantage on offense this time.
Michael setting for Gibson, blocked, and still gets the kill.
Yeah, unable to get that block over the net. Kind of went through her hands a little bit.
Budgick starts her serve all the way from the basketball baseline. Gives Oologah the point. Gibson receives the serve, and Oologah touched the net. It's hard to see with the official standing kind of in the way, but yeah, she did.
Yeah, Ruby Hall reached just a little bit too far trying to get that block.
Here's Grady's Morales serving for the first time tonight. The set from Stewart. Blocked by Gibson on the attack from Chloe Bradshaw.
Man, Gibson already with 2 blocks.
And that was actually kicked by Abigail Kelly.
Yeah,
I think they actually ruled it 4 touches from the Mustangs.
Yeah, Oologah played on while Sequoyah was in the middle of celebrating, but yeah, the rest blew the whistle.
That was Abigail Kelly just barely getting it over the net. Now Hayden Charles, the free ball underhanded. Can't be saved from Sophie Jensen. Point Sequoyah.
Man, yeah, this is a great job by Sequoyah. They are taking advantage of every little opportunity on offense they can.
And now they rule a double touch from the Mustangs for another Eagle point. I couldn't see where they ruled that.
I did not see it either on that replay.
Budgick's able to bounce it off the reception there. Michaels free ball over her head. That one's out from Bradshaw.
And this is about as good as we've seen Sequoyah play early in the game so far this year.
That is a timeout by Oologah. Sequoyah up 6 early. And, I mean, like I said at the start of the broadcast, Oologah won back in August in a 2-set match, but only by 4 combined points.
Sequoyah able to hang in there for both sets.
And, I mean, you can tell, even just from the last time we were here when the Eagles were taking on the Verdigris Cardinals, and talking with head coach Zoe Kersey pregame, they've really been focused on just the maturation of this team.
The mental side of it. We've seen in a few of our broadcasts, but especially against the Verdigris Cardinals, they have a hard time once they start making mistakes. They have a hard time fighting back and overcoming them. Once they get down, we see them make runs trying to come back, but they can't ever finish the job. But, right now, Sequoyah is just, taking control of this first set early.
Morales will serve again. That one's too long.
That's another thing that we noticed during the Verdigris game is that the timeouts seemed like every time Verdigris would call a timeout, they'd come back and make a run. And Sequoyah didn't really know what hit them. So we'll see if they're able to come out of timeouts a little bit better.
And 4 touches from the Eagles. So 2 straight points to Oologah.
Yeah, just unable to get it over. Lydia trying to on a free ball and just hit it backwards instead.
Parkey got it over, but the Mustangs recovered nicely. And there she is again, trying to find the open space in the floor. That's going to be over the net from Shady Stewart.
Parkey, we talked to Coach Kersey, and she was talking about how they've kind of changed their offensive defense a little bit to get Parkey more on the front line, rotating a little bit more, and she's taken full advantage of her new role.
That was Emmon Gibson with the service error. That one inbounds from Shady Stewart.
Just squeezed that into a space that Sequoyah wasn't, or at least wasn't prepared to be at.
Emmon Gibson getting it back over. Here's a set from De La Torre. The attack from the Mustangs. That one was probably going to be long from Emmon Gibson, but it's saved. What a dig from Avery Conger, and Lydia Parkey can't get the block.
That was a really nice dig, man. But, yeah, Parkey going for the block. Barely even touched it, and it goes out on her side of the net. I think she was anticipating a bigger block on Oologah's side.
And there's a error on the serve by Grady's Morales. Now we're back to a 1-point game. Natalie Maguette, the senior, hits it into the net for the Mustangs.
And compared to these Eagles, this is a much more experienced Oologah team. They've been playing with each other for multiple years, while Eagles have a lot of sophomores and freshmen in their lineup.
Conger was blocked on that attack. Emily Witten with the serve. Conger misplays it, and we're tied up here in set number 1.
Yes, Oologah able to fight back, but a lot of it has been Sequoyah errors.
Michaels setting for Emmon Gibson with the kill. Again, just finding the open space in the floor.
Yeah, just with those unbelievable strikes that she has. The way she's able to change the trajectory of the ball.
There's a point. Sequoyah. Mustangs can't save it on the rebound.
Yeah, caught off balance on the serve already, and then just a quick block by Dunphy.
There's Emmon Gibson serving for Avery. Conger dug out by Natalie Maggette. Gibson, a two-hand touch pass. They ruled a double touch there. I'm not entirely sure who. Michael's setting for Conger. That one's saved. Here's Bella Brown to Conger. That one's blocked. Alexis Nolte, the senior, ties it back up.
Yeah, the ball's just not getting over the net on a lot of these.
And that one's an ace.
Wow.
From Shady Stewart.
I thought that one was out for sure. But yeah, right on that line.
Bella Brown saves it, and Conger can't get it over from the serve. And Sequoyah takes a timeout, now down 2.
Really back and forth. First set, Sequoyah got some early momentum going, and then Oologah comes roaring back. Got to settle our girls down.
I believe Oologah's on a 12-4 run. I believe it was 11-6 or 11-5. Sequoyah was leading whenever Oologah took their first timeout, and after that, everything just switched.
Just like the Verdigris game, big runs for the team taking the timeout. But, you know, like I said, Sequoiah's been making a lot of errors. There are a lot of self-inflicted wounds, whether it's hitting the ball out of the, or right at the net, or bad touches on blocks.
Stewart serving. Here's Michael setting for Bella Brown. Too long.
And this is the time that Coach Kersey wants to see her girls battle back. After having such a big lead and giving it up, and now in danger of going down pretty big.
There's Emmon Gibson received by Maggette. And that one is too long from Shady Stewart. You know it's just been absolutely pouring outside when there's nobody on the visiting side in the fan section. Alexis Nolte misplays it. Sequoyah back to just being down 1.
From our previous 2 broadcasts, there is a bit of a change, as Hayden Charles was the libero in both of those contests. But now Haley Budgick is it.
And Haley Barron with the kill. Yeah, Sequoyah had been rotating, been tinkering, playing with different people in different positions, and just trying to get everything to click.
Yeah, trying to see what works, what doesn't. When you're a young team like this, that's kind of what you have to do, is just experiment, because you don't know, what these girls are all great at yet.
Coach Kersey told us it's all about relationships both on and off the court and who they feel comfortable with. There's another kill from Haley Barron. Just a freshman with back-to-back kills.
Yeah, Oologah overall has played really well since that, since that early first set.
Here's Barron with the service error.
But these service errors really keeping Sequoyah in it. They just need to get back to what they were doing at the start of the game.
There's Morales with backspin on the serve. The set from Stewart. That one's received by Michaels, but out of bounds. Point Mustangs.
Got to start stringing some points together for Sequoyah. All of a sudden, a lot of back and forth going on.
Morales receives the serve. Michaels to Gibson. And the Mustangs let it fall. That was Abigail Kelly that was there, but just in the wrong spot.
Yeah, I think that was the first miscommunication that we've seen from the Mustangs. Early in that Cardinals game, they were making mistake after mistake. Sequoyah taking advantage of it, but Mustangs playing well.
Eagles are able to save it. That one's blocked, and point Oologah. Avery Conger can't. I mean, it was a great save there at the net, but just unable to save it once it was blocked.
Yeah, that was just not much you could do about that. Minus having a seventh player on the floor.
Morales with the free ball. Michaels setting. Emin Gibson. Two-hand touch pass back over. Here's Avery Conger with the floater. Is in.
That's a great kill by Conger. The way she was able to float it over Oologah, I mean, right at the back line.
Here's Riley Howell serving. Received by Abigail Kelly. Mustangs save it and get it across. Michaels setting for Avery Conger. Easy touch pass. Here's Shady Stewart. Gibson kept it in bounds. That one looked like it might have been close to the line, but might have just forgot where she was on the floor. Yeah, that one was definitely going out.
Yeah, unfortunate, but
just lost where she was at on the court.
I mean, Sequoyah playing Oologah close again. Of course, as soon as I say that, that happens.
Set point Mustangs. Morales to Budgick, and now Morales again will get it over. The set from De La Torre, and a floating touch pass does stay in bounds. That one, I wasn't quite sure if it did, but it was ruled that it hit the line. So that is how set one will end. The Mustangs take it by a score of 25-21 to take a 1-0 lead. We will be back for the second set in just a few minutes. Back for set 2 here at the Olin Graham Fieldhouse. There's a service error to put the Eagles up 1-0. Oologah winning that set by 4 points by a score of 25-21.
Yeah, it was unfortunately a wasted opportunity for Sequoyah. As big as they got up at the start of it, Oologah able to rally back.
Alexis Michaels serving. That's a misplay from Emily Witten. 2-0 Eagles.
Yeah, that was just a good job. Able to keep it away from the Oologah players.
That one just clips the net from Michaels. Haley Barron sent it basically all the way to the wall, but they had blown the whistle before. I think one of the Mustangs may have hit the net. Michaels serving again. And that one's a low, like a line drive.
Yeah, they look like they're about to clip the top of the net, don't they?
They do.
And they just don't.
The last one did. Here she is again. And another misplay from the Mustangs. It's Witten again. 5-0 Eagles. We had talked with Coach Kersey before the game, and she had said that was something that they were trying to work on, was more low line driving serves rather than like the high arcing kind of rainbow shots. And there's Witten again with another misplay. 6-0 Eagles here in set number 2.
Man, what a run right now.
Now they were up by 6 points in set number 1, and an Oologah timeout basically flipped the entire momentum of that first set. Michael setting for Avery Conger, tipped, and still gets the kill. A miscommunication between Emily Witten and Natalie Magetz.
I'm surprised there hasn't been a timeout now.
I think the Mustangs would if Sequoyah gets one more point. Michael's serving again. Receives that one. Here's Budgick. Avery Conger getting it across. Here's the step from Stewart. And a long ball from Alexis Nolte. Still no timeout from Oologah. 8-0.
Goodness.
Michael's serving again. The low line driving again. And it's misplayed again by Natalie Magetz. 9-0.
Wow, Oologah's coach is really just letting them play through this. But they are on one heck of a cold streak right now.
Michaels again with the line drive. That one's too long.
Almost hit by Winton.
Still no timeout by Oologah. I'm a bit surprised. Sophie Jensen serves. Michaels gets it over. Stewart setting. Tip pass from Anna Wells. Michaels sets. Bella Brown. And a misplay from Emily Witten. 10-1 Sequoyah.
Yeah, just Oologah's coach. I don't know. I guess this is just part of her philosophy. Just let them play through it. But, man, I haven't seen Sequoyah get out to a run like this. And they cannot stop making mistakes.
And now there will be a timeout taken by the Mustangs.
Is that too little too late, though?
I don't know. The last timeout they took, or the first timeout they took in the first set did completely flip the momentum.
But, man, 11-1.
During this timeout, we want to remind everybody to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go ahead and like the live stream while you're at it. And while we're still on pause here for about the next 40 seconds, go ahead and follow us on all of our social medias, on Instagram, X, and now TikTok. We have a TikTok page. Go follow it. Yeah, all of them are at SEQ1 Athletics, or you can probably just search up Sequoyah Athletics, and it should be basically the first option. Again, that's at SEQ1 Athletics. The Eagles are already ready to play.
Yeah, Oologah just coming out of their timeout now.
Hayden Charles serving for the Eagles. Stewart setting, and out of bounds goes Haley Barron.
All of the momentum Sequoiah's right now. Even after that timeout.
Stewart setting, and the spike from Ruby Hall just inside the line.
Yeah, that was a big gap in the defense she was able to exploit. Or maybe it was a little bit of a miscommunication between Budgick and Charles.
Here's Emin Gibson. Too long. That one was close. Lexi Dunphy getting it over. Oologah saves it, and now a whistle. And they say they went over the mid-court. Point Sequoyah.
Yeah, heck of a save by Oologah, but yeah, unfortunately she slid
Underneath the net.
Yeah, oh,
Yep.
her hand.
Yeah, Sophie Jensen.
I mean, it wasn't by much. It wasn't like she barreled under it all the way to Sequoiah's side. Just a hand. That's all it takes.
Point Oologah. So now Isabella De La Torre will serve. Michaels setting for Gibson. De La Torre setting for Hall. That one's partially blocked by Bella Brown. Point Oologah.
Yeah, you see there, just unable to get it all the way over again. It's been a theme of Sequoiah's blocks so far tonight.
Michaels setting for Emin Gibson. Right at De La Torre. Might have got her in the face. And that one just came in hot.
The amount of velocity she puts in her spikes, you're right, that did drill her in the face.
Here's Grady's Morales. Sequoyah still leading by 9 points. Good backspin on that serve there. De La Torre setting for Shady Stewart. Gets the kill. Anna Wells coming in for Sophie Jensen. Ruby Hall also sits down. And Maggette comes in for her. Her low line drive serve was received by Budgick. Here's Gibson. Blocked by Nolte. Partially blocked by Nolte.
Yeah, unfortunately, Witten not able to dig it out. Now Emin with the serve.
De La Torre. And Abigail Kelly gets the kill. Really good job there finding the open floor. All the way cross court.
Yeah, Sequoyah shifted all the way to the left. No one over there.
Witten serving into the net. Point Sequoyah.
And this is the time when you can't afford, obviously, to trade points because you're ahead by so much.
Riley Howell serving. De La Torre. There's Gibson. Now Avery Conger. De La Torre setting for Nolte. Gibson to Avery Conger. Misplayed. That one felt like it was in the air forever.
Yeah, and Avery Conger felt like that too because she just mistimed her jump. So by the time the ball hit with her hand, she was already back under the net.
Shady Stewart to serve. She'll do it again.
That was a great serve, forcing Emmon to go to the ground, unable to get a good hit on it.
Morales receives that one. Gibson back to Michaels. A good recovery from Sequoyah. A great attack. Now they say Oologah stepped over the line.
Wow.
They say Shady Stewart stepped over the line.
See if we could see it here.
She didn't seem to think so, but let's see where she lands. Oh, yeah, I think that right foot just barely. And she's talking to this near side official about it.
Pleading her case, or at least asking for, clarification. Because obviously in the moment, you're not going to realize that.
Let's look at it again because, I thought from this angle, obviously it's hard to tell with the official right there, but it looked like she did hit the line. Maybe that's a ball don't lie moment as Alice Michaels serves it into the net. Oologah trying to claw their way back into this set. They were down 10 at one point, now 7. The serve from Sophie Jensen, received by Bella Brown. Here's Emmon Gibson. And that is a point, Sequoyah.
Yeah, the timeout not doing near the amount of good in this set for the Mustangs. Can't seem to get out of their own way.
And that's something Coach Kersey has been preaching to them in practice is just situational awareness.
Being able to diagnose what the other team's doing without really being able to look at it.
Emmon Gibson was blocked by Ruby Hall.
That was a great block. Very well-timed jump. And Coach Kersey also told us last Thursday whenever they played against Noah, there was a moment when she was telling Gibson to spike it along the line, but she got blocked once, and Gibson was
hesitant,
to try it again. And that's just something that'll come with more experience.
Stewart setting. Recovered nicely by Abigail Kelly. Here's Emmon Gibson. Barron received by Charles. Bella Brown now. That's a great job there by Shady Stewart.
Yeah, it looked like the Eagles there got a little bit lax.
It looked like she was going to try to set it to a teammate, and she just slapped it over.
And Sequoyah was not prepared for it. They stopped rotating.
Kelly gets it over for Oologah. Good recovery from Sequoyah. Charles getting it over.
Wow, I'm really surprised there wasn't a double touch there.
And Michaels can't dig that one out. Now just a 4-point game. Timeout, Sequoyah.
That's a good timeout there. You let your 10-point lead get whittled down to 4. Got to settle them down and, just let them know it's all right. We're still up. You just got to execute out there. Let them make the mistakes and just execute your job. Do your job.
Yeah, the last few minutes, Sequoyah seemed a little maybe too amped up, a little bit chaotic maybe. And credit to Oologah. They've had to fight their way back and fight for every single point that they've got.
Yeah.
which, I mean, they're a top 10 team in 4A.
Kind of expected out of them, you know, and especially with the amount of upperclassmen they got.
Barron serving. Michaels setting for Lexi Dunphy. And nobody home on the set from Shady Stewart.
Yeah, I think that was another miscommunication by Oologah, as Ruby Hall just kind of sat there and watched the ball, waiting for somebody to come set her up, I think, but she needed to go for that herself.
Stewart sets. Bella Brown receives that one. Emin Gibson out of bounds. Isabella De La Torre to serve for the Mustangs. That one out of bounds. Oh, that was ruled in.
Yeah, in that very, very back corner. Yeah, like right on the line of the three-point line and the blue line.
That one can't be saved. We're back to a 2-point game. Sequoyah cannot lose this set.
No, that would be a huge blow. I mean, it probably already is a huge blow to their confidence as it is. But to, go on and lose this after the 10-1 lead they come up with.
That is a point, Sequoyah. That would have been 4 touches if the Stangs were able to recover.
And I've noticed for Oologah, Witten has been having a little bit of an issue. Like, it seems like every time the ball's been coming to her, she's panicking a little bit.
And there she is on that one. That one's going to be too long from, I think that was, couldn't tell, who was that, Shady Stewart? Yes, it was. Morales serving again. Sequoyah trying to close out this set. Here's Ruby Hall, easy touch. Here's Michaels to Gibson with the kill. Sequoyah back out to a 5-point advantage.
And again, I mean, that's just, we saw it earlier on Sequoiah's side, but this time Gibson taking advantage of Oologah rotating all the way to their right side, so nobody there on that back left corner.
Kelly getting it over for the Mustangs. Emin Gibson blocks. Point, Oologah. They say 4 touches for Sequoyah.
Or, no, it hit the antenna, I believe.
Both officials put up the 4 fingers, so I don't know. There's Michaels setting for Emin Gibson. Getting it over, but I believe she may have touched the net or stepped over the line.
Yeah, these are just unforced errors. You can't have this. Trying to close out this set.
Maggette serving. Morales receives it. And that's going to be a point for the Eagles.
We've seen a lot of these over the net and under the net. We didn't see those in the first couple games that we've broadcasted.
I feel like there have been more just unforced mental errors this game. Michael setting. Here's Conger, and she gets the kill. But set point, Sequoyah.
But I will say, this Sequoyah offense definitely looks a lot more balanced, because last couple games, it's pretty much been Gibson getting the majority of the points. Now we're seeing a good mix.
That one getting over. That one's blocked by Parkey for the kill and the set.
Great anticipation by Parkey on that. She had 5 blocks last game alone. Able to end the set with this one.
Sequoyah wins set 2, 25-19. We're all tied up at a set apiece. We'll be back for set 3. Welcome back to the Olin Graham Fieldhouse. Sequoyah winning set 2, 25-19. And we'll start set number 3 with Alice Michaels serving. Another low line drive. That one way too long from Alexis Nolte.
Too much mustard on that hot dog.
Tried to set the tone. And just couldn't. That one's out of bounds from Michaels on the serve.
A little too juiced up on the serve.
Michaels setting, and then Gibson can't get it over. That one's out of bounds from Shady Stewart. And it's a 2-2 game. The scoreboard still says 1-1, but it's 2-2. Now it says 2-1 Sequoyah. And the far side official is at the scorer's table, getting everything squared away. Here's Hayden Charles to serve for the Eagles. Chloe Bradshaw hits it into the net. And after about the midway point of set number 2, the Eagles were up 11-1 and still only won the set by 6. And it really felt like Oologah had momentum that second half of set number 2.
Yeah, but, I mean.
So I don't know, but Sequoyah still won the set, so
Yes.
I don't know. And then plus with a 3-minute timeout between sets, I don't know if momentum is on anyone's side right now.
Right.
It doesn't feel like it.
I think it does do wonders for a young team's confidence, especially that's the first set that they've won against Oologah in the 4 that they've played. So I think just knowing that you can close them out, I think that will do really, like I said, do wonders for them.
Yeah, the last time they played, it was 2-0. Oologah won both of them by a score of 25-23. So just being right there, but finally being able to close one out. I think you're right. It should kind of just reset and just put a confidence in this team, just knowing that they can do it. And you can see that confidence right there.
Yeah, even with having the big lead and kind of blowing it there at the end, I mean, they still extended it out at the very end. They did get up to 5. So, this team right now, I think they are rolling.
Stewart and another miscommunication.
Wow.
That was Witten, Hall, and I think Jensen.
I mean,
we're all kind of just standing right
look
there
at that.
waiting for it to fall.
Yeah, that was so sloppy. Usually when the miscommunications happens, it's like within a gap between 2 players and hands over the net there.
Yep. Yeah, I think that was Parkey. Yep.
She's a little too eager trying to block it. But you could see Parkey. She is playing a lot more aggressively than we saw in the first 2 games that we did. And that little adjustment.
Eamon Gibson tried to sneak it across, but just too far.
But, yeah, that little adjustment, I think, really helped out Lydia.
Michael's setting. Here's Bella Brown.
Wow.
Couldn't be safe from Shady Stewart.
Had some heat on it. And look at this again. Goodness. Got some top spin on it, too.
That was a freshman to senior from Bella Brown to Shady Stewart. There's Witten saving it. Michaels. Parkey got it over. Stewart just rolls out of the way. Budgick receives it. Here's Eamon Gibson. Easy touch pass. Witten sets for Ruby Hall, and Charles can't get it.
And that's a really good job by Oologah, staying with that play, staying with that volley, because it looked like they were off balance for the majority of it, but they were able to regroup and settle down and execute a really good kill.
De La Torre. Eamon Gibson receives. Here's Parkey. Saved by Witten. Kelly getting it back across. And that one is way too long from Shady Stewart.
Yeah, the longer that went on, it was just one hit after one hit. Eventually somebody was going to get a little bit too powerful.
As Kelly can't get it over the net.
Yeah, just a mistimed leap there.
De La Torre sets for Stewart. Nobody home for Sequoyah.
Parkey tried to block it, hit off the side of her hand. And, yeah, nobody there.
So it'll be Natalie Maggette serving for the Mustangs. Eagles still up 2 here in set number 3. Morales to Michaels. Here's Parkey. Blocked, but still got the kill.
Parkey getting it over the net, and they were just unable to save it. Those angles sometimes when the ball is right there on the net, sometimes really hard to recover those.
Riley Howell serving. Here's Stewart to Nolte. That one out of bounds. 4-point Sequoyah lead.
Been really impressed with the Eagles tonight.
No matter the outcome, they've looked far and away better than what they did the last time we were out here with you guys.
Yeah, even with Verdigris, it went 5 sets, but you just felt that Verdigris was able to take momentum away when they wanted to from the Eagles, but
a much better job of just fighting, I would say.
Staying with it, being mentally strong.
Witten serving for Oologah. Michaels. That one was blocked by Nolte. De La Torre. And it's Haley Barron with another kill. She has really impressed me for just being a freshman.
Yeah, she's done a great job. She's gotten quite a few of the kills so far tonight for the Mustangs.
Witten serving again. Morales receiving. That one just barely over the net by Emmon Gibson.
She sheepishly goes and celebrates with her team. I think that was a little bit of a mishit.
It didn't look like, well, it looked like it was misplayed, maybe a little bit. That one tipped across. Michaels, Emmon Gibson throwing it over, inbounds.
I think that was what she was trying to do on the play before.
Trying to get it just longer, and it just barely rolled over the net on the kill before this one.
But she got it this time.
Here's Michaels. And that one's just out of bounds. That one looked close, too. Shady Stewart. Bella Brown receives it. Michaels setting for Bella Brown. Maggette received it. There's Bradshaw. Michaels setting for Emmon Gibson. Touch pass over. That one will land on the Oologah side. Point Sequoyah.
And even if it didn't, I think she slid across the line anyways.
It's been a really good job by Sequoyah. I mean, I said it at the very beginning. It doesn't feel like anyone has momentum right now. But Sequoyah has built just a big enough lead. I believe it's 14-10 now. Scoreboard's still reading 13-10. But just sticking with it and just, I mean, I don't really know how to describe it.
They're maintaining. They're doing just enough.
Emmon Gibson blocked, and it's out of bounds. Point Sequoyah. I don't think I've ever seen a block go opposite court out of bounds. That's how hard she hit it.
Yeah, that's how hard the attack was.
Hayden Charles, that one might have been a little bit misplayed from Hallie Barron. And Bradshaw goes into the net. I'm realizing I've been calling her Haley Barron. I think it's Hallie Barron. Maybe I've been saying both. I honestly don't know. Timeout, Oologah. Sequoyah now up to a 6-point lead.
Yeah, Sequoyah is starting to pull away all of a sudden. Can't get too excited. We saw Oologah able to fight back. Again, both times after a timeout, it took them a little bit too long to fight back in that second set, but it being 16-10, Oologah still within striking distance, but like we were saying before, Eagles doing just enough to maintain, keeping Oologah at arm's length.
And, I mean, we know that they've been in tight games before and have been able to pull away on some of them. I mean, I feel like I've referenced the Berry Hill game when they went to Berry Hill last month, but they were down 2-0. One set 3, I believe the score was 30-28, and then it went into 5 sets where they had to score 20 points in set 5 to reverse sweep the Berry Hill Chiefs.
Yeah, so we know that fortitude's in there. It's just with a young team to get that consistently isn't always. That's the challenging part for Coach Kersey.
Eagles up 6. Hayden Charles serving. Maggette received it. And a great kill there from Alexis Nolte. That is some senior leadership from the Mustangs after a timeout.
And what you want to see for Sequoyah is being able to play from being ahead instead of always having to come back from behind like we keep seeing. So getting this 2-1 set lead would be really big for them.
Gibson receives the set. Here's Michaels setting for Lexi Dunphy. Thrown back over by Shady Stewart. Here's Emmon Gibson blocked. Charles saved it. Dunphy getting it back over. A great recovery from the Eagles. Here's Bella Hall, or Ruby Hall. And hit it hard enough to where it just bounced out of bounds. Points, Oologah.
Yeah, she was able to get it through, and it was misplayed by Abby.
Emmon Gibson blocks. Hallie Barron again.
Now Oologah trying to make it interesting again. This is where Sequoiah's got to bow their necks. Continue to keep the Mustangs just far enough out.
And that one was probably going to go out of bounds, but Shady Stewart kept it in. Point Eagles, but after that timeout, I mean, that's the second time Oologah has just swung the momentum just by taking a timeout.
Yeah, so Sequoiah's really got to show that they can stop it in its tracks.
Which makes it even more questionable why they didn't take a timeout in set number 2.
Exactly. It waited until it was such a big lead that it was pretty much too late.
Bradshaw goes into the net. 5-point Sequoyah advantage.
Yeah, just couldn't get a good positioning under the ball to really get it over.
Haley Budgick serving. That one's going to be way too long. Yep. Couldn't get that one down. Michaels to Bella Brown. And that one's into the net. That's the first time Hallie Barron's looked like a freshman tonight.
And now we're seeing Oologah make a lot of these mistakes that they were not making earlier in the match.
Grady's Morales serving for the Eagles. That one's out of bounds.
So now we're kind of back to trading points.
Which the Eagles can live with right now.
Right now, yes, but they cannot if they're going to do that, Oologah can't get on any runs.
This has just been such a weird set because Oologah had momentum for a couple of points, but other than that, no one's really been able to. No one's been able to really just take advantage of the other team's mistakes.
Yeah, no one's taken charge this set.
Here's Emmon Gibson. Shady Stewart. Gibson again, trying to find the open floor. What a save from Emily Witten. Stewart again. Budgick saved it. That one's over the line. Point Oologah. I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Let's see. That's 1 touch, 2 touch, and it just starts to go over. I wonder if they roll if somebody was over the line, which, again, we did not see hardly at all in the first 2 games we broadcasted, so this is new.
And Parkey's able to get the kill. Just barely. I thought she might have maybe got a finger or two over the net there.
I did too, and like the refs hesitated.
And I think they're talking it over. I don't know. The scoreboard still says 20-16.
And that's what it'll stay.
We play on. Gibson serves. Here's Witten. There's Gibson with the dig. Avery Conger with the kill.
Oh man, that was so good. Just the side of her fist. Able to get that really weird spin on it, going away from the Oologah players.
Shady Stewart received by Budgick. Emin Gibson getting it over. Great dig there from Michaels. De La Torre setting for Ruby Hall. Gibson to Avery Conger, trying to find the open floor. De La Torre sets for Abigail Kelly with the kill. Back to a 4-point Eagle lead.
Yeah, good job putting it right to the side of Lydia Parkey where she just couldn't get the block down.
Michaels faked like she was going to set it. I don't know what that was. The referees put two fingers in the air. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what. There's no argument from the coaches at all. So I don't. But we're seeing points that we did not see at all.
Right.
From the first two games. So I don't know if they're calling something different. I don't know.
Our apologies on our very limited volleyball knowledge, I guess. And now a misplay from Gradys Morales makes it a 1-point game.
You got to wonder if a timeout, if they score another point, you'd have to call a timeout if you're Coach Kersey, right?
I have no idea. Here's Avery Conger. There's a point, Sequoyah, so maybe that'll calm everything down just a little bit. That one was tipped there. I believe that was Abigail Kelly.
Again, just holding them at arm's length.
Riley Howell serving. Received by De La Torre. Stewart setting for Nolte. Dug out Emin Gibson. Here's Avery Conger. Blocked. I think that was Nolte and Barron combining for that block. Witten serving. Michaels setting for Avery Conger. What a kill. In between three Oologah Mustangs.
She deadened that just perfect. It's a great job. Good effort by Witten trying to get it, dig it out, but.
De La Torre setting Nolte, getting it over Emin Gibson. Witten. De La Torre. That one's put back over by Avery Conger. Set point, Eagles.
Again, it looked a little iffy. I mean, the calls have been going Sequoiah's way so far for sure this game.
Conger gets it back over. Witten, De La Torre, Nolte's out of bounds. Eagles take a 2-1 set lead, 25-21.
Great job by Sequoyah not letting that little rally that the Mustangs had get to them. And, yeah, they take the match lead now.
Stay tuned for set 4. The Eagles looking to close out this game. We'll be right back. The Sequoyah Eagles looking to close out this game now with a 2-1 advantage over the Oologah Mustangs. A weird set 3, I would say. No one really was able to take full control. Oologah had a little bit of momentum in the middle of the set, but Sequoyah able to just slowly build a couple of points of a lead and then just hold it.
Yeah. Definitely was not what we've been accustomed to. One team, kind of putting their stamp on these sets, and that would for sure. Even though Sequoyah won it, it really felt like it could have gone either way at any point. But Eagles, between sets, looking real loose, dancing to the song they had playing, whereas Oologah was, they were getting coached up over there. And I'm sure the Eagles were too, but, this young team, maybe that's all they need is to, just to be loose. We haven't seen them close out a game yet.
Well, they have. We just haven't been there
we haven't
broadcasting
seen it. Yes, we personally haven't seen it.
They are 10-12 on the season.
Right. But that was not the best start.
Shady Stewart serving again for the Mustangs. Morales, another misplayed ball. Budgick trying to save it. Gibson, just barely. Just short of the net. Almost a great recovery.
Yeah, but that first misplay, that first mishit.
That's back-to-back misplays on a serve from Grady's Morales.
Yeah.
She's had a few of those tonight. Emin Gibson off the net. Avery Conger getting it over. Stewart setting. What a block from Avery Conger off of Hallie Barron. Michaels setting Avery Conger again. Another block. And Michaels can't save it. 3-0 Mustangs.
You got to wonder if Sequoyah was being a little bit too loose during that break. Yeah, they definitely did not come out mentally ready for this set. We were not seeing these kinds of mistakes at all.
Stewart still serving. Michaels, and there's another misplay, just another miscommunication. Stewart again. Mustangs now up 5. Here's Budgick. Michaels for Emin Gibson. Easy touch pass over. Here's Stewart to Bradshaw. Emin Gibson keeps it in. Here's Avery Conger, gets a tip from Barron. Here's Chloe Bradshaw, Budgick. Michaels to Emin Gibson, kept alive. And there's finally a point. No, saved by Oologah. What a save. Here's Emin Gibson again. Stewart with an easy touch pass over. Stewart again serving or setting for Barron. What a volley we have going on. Here's Michael setting for Conger. Emily Witten saves it. Chloe Bradshaw at the net and gets the kill. 6-0 Oologah.
Yeah, finally Sequoyah was able to, on defense, finally able to get, a good volley going, but Oologah staying with it, getting the point.
Stewart, Nolte is going to be out of bounds. That'll be Sequoyah's first point of this fourth set.
Now let's see if Sequoyah could pull a Mustangs and have a little bit of a comeback.
Michaels, that low line drive serve again. Stewart setting. Barron, that one was tipped. I think that was either Bella Brown or Lexi Dunphy that got the tip. That one is out of bounds from the serve from Sophie Jensen.
The Eagles need to show.
The in-arena scoreboard says 7-3. Our count is 7-2.
Yeah, that's very incorrect.
They'll fix it eventually. Stewart setting for Ruby Hall. Here's Emin Gibson. Witten saving it. Chloe Bradshaw. Haley Budgick gets it. Emin Gibson tries to spike it. It's got back over by Emily Witten. Ruby Hall got it over, but point Mustang. Still don't know what the two fingers in the air from the officials mean.
Yeah, because, they didn't. Oologah received it, tried to attack, but they had already blown the whistles. I have no idea what that is. I don't know if it's something to do with how they're hitting the ball with two hands. I don't know if it's.
Well, I thought it was a double contact.
But we haven't seen any of that. And the scoreboard is now fixed.
Yeah, the two fingers means like a double contact or a double hit. Lexi Dunphy gets the point.
Sequoyah got a show now. I mean, you can't just keep getting a point and then handing the ball right back to Oologah. Let's have some good offensive possession.
Chloe Bradshaw, Haley Budgick can't. Just another misplay.
And I really feel like it all comes back to, how unfocused Sequoyah looked to start this set from in between sets. They did not come out.
That far side official talking with the scores table. I'm not sure why.
But yeah, Sequoyah did not come out ready to play.
Alice Michaels to Bella Brown. Gets the kill. There's a start. 9-4.
But again, can't keep just immediately giving the possession back to Oologah.
Grady Morales serving. No spin on that ball. Ruby Hall just punches that ball over, and a misplayed ball from the Eagles will make it 10-4.
And you can kind of see Emin the way she rolled that ball to the sideline pretty aggressively. She's getting a little frustrated.
Michaels setting for Lydia Parkey. Stewart trying to get the spike. Here's Emin Gibson. Witten saved it. Leggett kept it in bounds. Here's Michaels setting Lydia Parkey. Finds the open floor for the kill.
Gibson. Yeah, those spikes were angry. Good recovery by Oologah, but Lydia able to find that soft spot.
Emin Gibson. Witten digs it out. Abigail Kelly getting it over for the Mustangs. That one, again, just can't get over the net. And the Eagles can't get out of their own way here in set 4.
Yeah, their sets are becoming really sloppy all of a sudden. Way too close to the net to really be able to do anything.
Parkey's blocked. Witten sends it back to De La Torre. What a save there by Alice Michaels. Gibson got it back over. Here's Stewart, dug out by Budgick. but to the scorer's table.
Credit to Oologah fighting back after losing 2 sets in a row. Coming on strong here in the 4th set.
And there's another point for Oologah, and like you said, the Eagles their sets just haven't been good.
No, it's been, there's not really a nicer word for it. They've been bad.
Michaels now setting for Emin Gibson. Here's Stewart. Michaels again very close to the net.
I don't know what's going on.
And there's a timeout. Yeah, that was just a bad start to this set. And honestly, I don't even know what you say in this timeout.
I mean, first off, you got to get your sets under control. I mean, that's what, 4 or 5 in a row that we saw that was just way too close to the net. You can't do anything with that.
Mm-hmm. We do want to take this time out to remind everyone, subscribe to the channel because that really helps us out. Go ahead and like the live stream and follow us on Instagram, X, and TikTok at SEQ1 Athletics. Our next broadcast will be Friday night when the varsity football team takes on the Veneta Hornets. That one's going to be on the road. So if you can't make the drive out to Veneta, you can watch it right here on Sequoyah Athletics TV. 7 o'clock kickoff with a 6:30 pregame show.
So I'm sure Coach Kersey told them, you know, they got to eliminate those mental mistakes, start playing under control. But there's another just mishit.
Emily Witten serving. Michaels to Parkey. That one's blocked by Nolte. There's De La Torre. Gibson dug it out. Parkey goes sliding across the floor. Nolte is blocked by Lydia Parkey.
And that's a good sequence for Sequoyah. After 2 players go to the ground, they were able to get back under control, and Parkey with another block.
Even if the Eagles lose this set, they got to find a way to just get back under control.
Yeah.
To at least not have basically a total meltdown heading into set number 5.
Yeah, because you definitely don't want to go into that final set completely on the back foot.
Dunphy gets a nice kill.
That was a perfect hit. I mean, look at the spin on this ball. I mean, great top spin, and it just arcs perfectly over and dies right in front of a Mustang player.
Emin Gibson looking for the back corner. De La Torre to Barron. Played by Morales. Michael setting for Avery Conger. Nolte getting it back over. Alice Michael setting. Emin Gibson got a touch from the Mustangs, and now that's 3 quick points from Sequoyah.
And we saw the Mustangs after a timeout come back from 10 down.
And they got it to 4, but it gave them momentum to win set number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Or excuse me, set number... No, I'm wrong.
No, they were 10 down in the second set and then had a pretty... Or was it the second? Oh, man, now we're losing track. I believe it was the second set. And they were down 10, but they came back pretty good. Got to within 4, but then couldn't...
Right, because no one got more than a 4-point lead in set number 3.
Right.
We remember, everyone. We're
it's
okay.
All right. We're
That was a service error there from the Mustangs. So it's 16-9 now. So 4 straight Eagle points, I think. If my math is correct, I don't know anymore. There's Bradshaw to Stewart. Bella Brown just throws it back over. Stewart setting. Barron got it over for Oologah. Here's Avery Conger, got a touch. And that'll be 4 touches, I think, but it doesn't matter as Maggette hits it into the net. 16-10.
Yeah, that would have only been 3 touches because it was a block attempt.
I just missaw it. That's okay.
But, yeah.
Alice Michaels hits it into the net with a service error.
But, hey, I'm going to say good job by Sequoyah not letting it get out of control. Now within 7.
That one was going to go out of bounds. And now Bradshaw just throws it away. Back to a 6-point game.
Ooh, very fortunate for the Eagles. You're right, that's out of bounds if she lets it go. I think that was Bella Brown. Yeah, she lets it go, that's out of bounds, but very fortunate getting that over the net into a spot where the Mustangs weren't.
And that one is in from Shady Stewart.
Savvy play there from Stewart. Right until the last second, looked like she was setting all the way, and then punches it over the net.
Barron serving and gets the ace. Emin Gibson getting it over. Chloe Bradshaw gets the kill. Back to a 9-point game.
Sequoyah drifting way too much toward their left.
Barron serving again. Hayden Charles receives it. Bella Brown with the kill.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but that hesitation threw the Mustangs off. So that was a good play.
Sequoyah is still down 8, but most importantly at the moment, needs to just not let Oologah take all the momentum if we head into set number 5. Bella Brown getting it over. Shady Stewart setting for Abigail Kelly. Budgick and punched over by Emin Gibson out of bounds.
Gibson, yeah, just unable to get good positioning to really keep it in.
De La Torre serving. That is point Oologah.
And see, that's what's weird. It's been called so inconsistently because that's another one that looked like the hands were over the net.
Michael setting for Bella Brown going cross court. Witten setting. Ruby Hall is blocked by Lydia Parkey. The team leader in blocks showing us why.
Yeah, she's doing a good job. Great anticipation on it.
Now for Sequoyah, I mean, the biggest thing really is just don't let Oologah get all the momentum heading into the 5th set, because that one's out of bounds from Gradys Morales.
Yeah, you really want to get it closer than this. But, I mean, this set, you know, if it doesn't turn around, was really a wash for the Eagles. They just came out so flat.
And see, that one was called over the net by, couldn't see which Mustang that was. That might have been, that was Alexis Nolte. Emin Gibson serving. De La Torre receiving it. Abigail Kelly blocked by Avery Conger. And now she sets it. Eagles saying 4 touches. We play on. There's another block from Parkey, and that's a kill from the Mustangs.
Yeah, I don't even know if the players are really sure what they're going to call and what they're not going to.
Yeah, the entire Eagle bench, even some of the players put up 4 fingers saying 4 touches. And now Emmon Gibson talking with this near side official as Oologah is now in set point. I don't know.
Now Coach Kersey talking to the official. And they're just going to play on. She does not look happy.
Michaels throws it over. De La Torre setting Michaels to Emmon Gibson with the slap. De La Torre. Stewart gets the kill to send us to the 5th set. Oologah takes set number 4, 25-14. We're playing 5 when we come back. set number 5 here in the Olin Graham Fieldhouse. As a reminder, this set only goes to 15 instead of 25. And before we get started again, go ahead and like the live stream. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It takes only like 2 seconds. And follow us on Instagram, Twitter, X, formerly Twitter, I guess I should say, and now TikTok at SEQ1 Athletics. There's a good block. Dunphy and Conger combined for it. Emin Gibson, Avery Conger couldn't keep it in bounds. Coach Kersey asking for a 4th touch from Oologah. Now the officials are talking about it, but we play on, I think. Well, now the far side officials talking with the...
So I think what it is that the officials are ruling a block, and Sequoyah is arguing that their first touches have not been blocks and they should be counted as touches.
And then Gibson stops Barron's attack. And Michaels goes sliding across 2-0 Oologah.
It's just, this game has been so weirdly officiated. I'm just not sure really where these points are coming from half the time.
Witten to Chloe Bradshaw. Alice Michaels to Avery Conger. That one's blocked. Alexis Nolte.
Yeah, Conger just unable to get it over. Good job by Nolte anticipating that. And that was just...
miscommunication and a misplayed ball. 4-0 Mustangs. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a quick timeout here. Stewart serving again. Bella Brown on the reception. Here's Emin Gibson trying to get the kill. And she gets the tip from Emily Witten.
Yeah, good job by Gibson. Getting a point, stopping the bleeding. I mean, these points are so much more valuable in this set.
Hayden Charles goes long for the service error.
Mental fortitude being tested right now for the Eagles.
Michaels to Gibson, trying to find the open floor. Barron sends it across for the kill, 6-1. You'd think there'd be a timeout relatively soon.
Yeah, I'd say this next point for sure. There has to be. Got to stop this run, or at least attempt to.
And there's another point, Oologah. They say another double touch.
And there's a timeout.
I don't understand.
Nope, I don't get it. I don't see. I do not see. Maybe we could get some clarification from Coach Kersey after the game.
I think let's look at that replay one more time during this timeout. I think maybe what it is if one of the hands is yeah, okay, maybe you can see it there where Alice Michaels
touches?
yes, like uneven touches. Let's play it again real quick because we have time.
But I don't know. I don't
can
see it.
Number 2, Alice Michaels, her hands kind of
So they're ruling it on that. Okay, I thought they were ruling it on the over the net hit. But man, I don't know. I just haven't been seeing it. We haven't seen anything that looks out of the ordinary from the last games that we broadcasted.
Yeah, they definitely did not call that as much as they against Verdigris or Summit Christian, the last two broadcasts we did, they definitely did not call that hardly at all.
I don't remember one single time, to be honest. I couldn't name it, but it has been a huge part of this game.
Jensen serves. Here's Michaels to Lexi Dunphy. That one's blocked. And blocked again. Ruby Hall thrown across and out of bounds. Point Sequoyah. Gets the crowd back into it.
Yeah, that's very, very needed. This crowd really needs to show up now.
Budgick serving. Another low line drive. The Eagles have been practicing that. Ruby Hall got it across. Michaels setting. Here's Emin Gibson. Got the tip. Ruby Hall.
And this is so big. Sequoyah just needs to keep doing this. They need to rally some points together. They haven't really been able to do that since the third set.
Stewart throws it back across. Here's Emin Gibson, received by Witten. Stewart setting for Bradshaw. Charles got there. Michaels, Gibson with the underhand pass. Stewart to Ruby Hall, too long. 7-4. And I think the Eagles' biggest thing is they just got to believe that they can.
Yeah. It seems like they've gotten down so far on our broadcast, and once that happens, it's just they don't believe in themselves.
That is inbounds from Haley Barron. Here is Barron serving. Michaels to Emin Gibson. Abigail Kelly got it over for the Mustangs. Here's Emin Gibson. That one's blocked, and it still ends up on the Mustang side. Here's Bradshaw. Too long. Back to a three-point game.
Oologah making some mistakes now.
Do you think so? The Sequoyah stands are decently full. The Oologah stands are not. Does that have any effect on how the teams play?
Well, Oologah's fans are all on the right side of us. Instead of coming in, I think they all just gathered here on the right side of the home stands.
This is where the side that the concession stand is on, so, I mean, maybe. And be able to look at the bench. But now we're back to a two-point game. And there's an ace! 1 point game!
And the Eagles are fired up now.
Bella Brown, the freshman. She serves again. That one thrown down by Lydia Parkey, and we are tied.
Oh my goodness. Eagles.
That timeout from Coach Kersey may have saved this game.
Yes, showing us something we have not seen. They did do this against Dewey.
The referee is urging the student section to back up, getting a little bit too close to the court.
There they are. It's camo night tonight.
Bella Brown again. Another ace! Eagles retake the lead.
What a run!
And now you'd expect a timeout from Oologah pretty quickly.
And Bella's doing a great job not to get too amped up.
Here's Kelly, too long! 10-8 Eagles!
Oh my gosh, it won't stop. It won't stop.
Oologah's got to take a timeout, right?
What is it, like a 8-2 run right now?
I think so. Bella Brown again. Stewart to Ruby Hall. That one is a kill. 10-9. Maybe the substitutions from Oologah was trying to get the game to slow down a little bit. Here's Budgick. Michaels to Emin Gibson. Misplayed by Isabella De La Torre.
And I mean, Oologah's coach has shown she wants her team, it seems, to play through these struggles, but like...
Well, the scoreboard does say that Oologah doesn't have any timeouts, but they haven't taken one this set. Emin Gibson serving. De La Torre. Ruby Hall with a kill.
And Conger just mistimed her block on that one and left that space wide open.
Natalie Maguette serving for Oologah. Service error. Eagles back up 2.
And you got to think that the Eagles believe that they can do it right now. Their body language is so much better than we saw in that 4th set.
Riley Howell serving. That's a good kill there from Alexis Nolte. We may go longer than 15.
Oologah for sure is doing a good job hanging on.
Emily Witten serving. Morales receives it. Michaels. Gibson, 2-hand pass, and that one is down. Tipped by Emily Witten, 13-11.
And we have seen that a lot tonight from Gibson. She's doing a lot of that just touch pass over when I assume the Oologah is expecting her to go up and spike it.
Bella Brown coming back in for Morales. Eagles 2 points from a win. De La Torre trying to get it to Nolte. Ooh, finds the open floor. 13-12. Shady Stewart to serve. She's given the Eagles problems all night. Bella Brown. Michaels to Lexi Dunphy. Here's Witten. Michaels to Emin Gibson. And that one is down. We are tied. Alice Michaels couldn't dig it out.
And right now, Oologah is actually really doing a good job. It seems like Sequoyah keeps expecting these hard hits, these hard attacks, and Oologah is doing a great job with the unexpected soft ones.
Michaels setting for Bella Brown, blocked. Gibson saved it. Now Bella Brown's got it, and Gibson throws it back over. Here's Stewart for Nolte with an easy touch pass. Gibson setting for Avery Conger. Here's Witten, and Barron just got it over. Dunphy skies it. That one's hit over from Gibson. Another dig out from Gibson, and that's a point for the Mustangs, and now it is match point.
Oh man, the Eagles really, they've got to come together now. Those soft hit touches are really giving them fits.
That one is out of bounds. We are tied at 14. We're going longer than 15 points. As always, it is a win by 2. Hayden Charles to serve. Here's Stewart setting. That one's thrown over. Emin Gibson gets the point. Match point Eagles.
Emin Gibson able to get it around the block.
She leads the team in kills for a reason. Now match point Sequoyah. Here's Charles thrown up by Barron. Here's Budgick to Michaels. Emin Gibson looking to end it, and she will! Eagles win in 16-14. What a match!
Eamon Gibson, the MVP for the Eagles, does it again.
A top 10 win against a 4A team.
Wow. Coach Kersey preaching to these girls a lot the past week to just be more mentally strong in these situations. There were quite a few situations tonight, especially after that fourth set that it looked like the Eagles were down, but they were never out. And they did a great job rallying in that final set after going down by so much to get that win.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. Again, subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and like the live stream. If you subscribe to the channel, we can see a bunch of really cool analytics that can help us kind of tailor the content to you guys. And then, as always, follow us on Instagram, X, and TikTok at SEQ1Athletics. For our producer, Blake Matthews and Dakota Jackson, I have been Britton Ross. We will see you Friday night as the football team takes on the Veneta Hornets on the road. 7 o'clock kickoff with a 6:30 pregame show. We will see you then.